Welcome to Animal Atlas. Come with us around the globe and explore the animal world and its jungle animals and desert creatures. We'll meet wildlife on the savannah and see our underwater friends. And animals from the Arctic Circle. Anywhere, everywhere animals live. It's always an adventure. Today on Animal Atlas, we will be delving into the secret ways in which animals survive. Whatever you do, don't tell a soul what we reveal here today. Shh. You're right. Survival tactics are seldom secretive. They're usually right out there in the open, if you know where to look. But what is survival? When we think of survival, we tend to think of ourselves and our families, not only of staying alive, but also of keeping safe and healthy and enjoying life to the fullest. And animal survival can be viewed in more basic terms: food and safety from predators. After those two needs are met, there's time for play and song and quality time with friends, for being curious or contemplative. After an individual animal's basic nutrition and safety requirements are met, then the metaphoric birds and the bees come into play. And in spring or summer, if all goes well, babies are in abundance. Everywhere in the animal kingdom. But where we humans don clothing and build shelters and great cities to keep us safe in our environments, animals adapt to where they live. Over many generations, a species' body shape can progressively alter so as to better fit its environment. Take the polar bear. This extraordinary carnivore lives in the Arctic North, an inhospitably cold part of the world. But this great bear is at home in the cold. He's a powerful swimmer, and he hunts seals and fish in the frigid water. Though he looks white, he's actually colorless, with 2 layers of fur. His outer fur coat consists of hollow guard hairs, which, like tubes or straws, capture the sun's rays and aim them at his black skin like little solar lasers. Then, his inner fur coat is thick and woolly, as snug as long underwear. If this isn't enough to keep the polar bear warm, he also has a thick layer of blubbery fat, sometimes more than 4 inches thick, to keep him further insulated. Everything about the polar bear is suited to where he lives. His ears are small, so they don't freeze and snap off. His wide front paws are slightly webbed to make him one of the greatest swimmers in the carnivore world. But these are all adaptations to the environment. Biologists believe that the polar bear descended from brown bears, who ventured to the far north and remained. The brown bear doesn't mind the cold, but it couldn't survive where the polar bear lives. For one thing, a great part of the brown bear's diet consists of vegetation, as does a black bear's too. And there just aren't a lot of land plants growing where the polar bear lives. Almost none in some places. Yes, animals who live in extreme environments often must resort to extreme measures to survive. For example, our polar bear does not drink water. He gets all the moisture he needs from the food that he eats. Camels, who also live in places which are extremely hot or extremely cold, have adapted to survive. They can go without food or water for 3 or 4 days. Their wide, padded feet keep them from sinking into the sand. They have thick, leathery pads on their knees and chests. Long eyebrows and bushy eyelashes protect their eyes from blowing sand, and their nostrils can open and close to keep sand out of their lungs. The sheep of the desert, as well as the apex predator of the Great White North, have met the challenges of their environments with survival tactics, or adaptations we can marvel at. For example, a lot of bird survival secrets are in the beak. The graceful flamingo is a filter feeder. Its beak is specialized for filtering tiny shrimp-like animals and nutrients out of the water. By putting its head into the water and looking backwards, the flamingo passes water over its tongue and strains out all the good stuff. Giving the flamingo a run for its money in the beak department is the roseate spoonbill. By swinging its long beak shaped like a spoon across the water, this bird filters out the same good microscopic stuff that the flamingo finds so appetizing. Pelicans have long straight bills, especially adapted for catching fish. But what is amazing is the pouch underneath this bird's bill. This pouch can hold 3 times what the bird's stomach can. The pelican's pouch has multiple uses. From it, the pelican catches fish, feeds its young, and cools itself. In much the same way an elephant uses its huge ears for cooling down. These ears, like the pelican's pouch, are filled with blood vessels, which are very close to the surface. By flapping them, air blows across the surface, cooling the blood quite nicely. Who would have thought that an elephant and a pelican would share a survival secret? But the more we explore the animal kingdom, the more fascinating similarities we will find. When we come back to Animal Atlas, we'll learn some more secrets. Shh! But first, let's see if you can guess this animal fact. Poison is used by certain animals for what purposes? A. Paralyzing prey. B. Killing predators. C. Warning away would-be predators. Or D. All of the above. The answer coming up when we return to Animal Atlas. We're back. Did you guess the right answer to our question? Poison is used by certain animals for what purposes? The answer is D. All of the above. In the animal world, poison does not necessarily have to be deadly. Okay, the bite of a Komodo dragon, the world's largest lizard, is deadly. Despite his regal reptilian appearance, this giant's yellow forked tongue is seething with bacteria. After it bites its prey, the unlucky creature will die of blood poisoning within a day or 2. Then, the happy Komodo dragon will find the body and eat it. And if bitten by a tarantula, known to his friends as giant hairy spider, the prey will be injected with venom, a poison which kills. The good news? Despite their ferocious and fanged appearance, people seldom die from tarantula bites. Unfortunately, we can't say the same about Komodo bites. But animals aren't poisonous because they are after us. Poison is for paralyzing prey in order to make it easy to consume. Some snakes are poisonous. So are scorpions. And so are these poisonous arrow frogs. Wait a minute, poisonous frogs? Yes, these brightly colored rainforest frogs from South and Central America have highly poisonous skin. Glands in their skin produce strong toxins. Were a predator to lick this frog or consume it, it would get very sick and won't try to eat one again. Sure, great for the species, bad luck for the individual. But the poison arrow frogs aren't being sneaky. Their bright coloring is a warning to other creatures that they are toxic. But like any warning, if you don't heed it, you suffer the consequences. Right? Sea anemones are also poisonous, but seldom fatal to humans. These invertebrates, or animals who lack a backbone, live in temperate coastal waters all over the world. They may look like plants or flowers, and they do attach themselves firmly to objects, such as rocks, but they can move around very slowly, if necessary. Though sea anemones may look very different from each other, what they have in common are tentacles with stinging cells, called nematocysts. When the trigger bristle on a tentacle is disturbed, a coiled tube shoots out and embeds in whatever triggered it. A minute amount of poison is injected. The wily anemone uses its poison both for defense and for capturing food. Interestingly, the anemone has what we would call a friend in the ocean, the clownfish. This fish is immune to the anemone's stinging cells. Immunity to poison is also enjoyed by other animals. Meerkats, a sweet-featured type of mongoose that lives in colonies on the plains of southern Africa, is immune to the poison of both snakes and scorpions. Whew! Macaws and other large parrots are able to eat poisonous seeds in the rainforest without any ill effects. How? These clever birds know the antidote. They visit special riverbank sites where they can use their powerful beaks to break off chunks of soil, which contain medicinal minerals such as kaolin, which neutralizes the poisons they've absorbed. In the animal kingdom, poison can be fair warning, a hunter's prerogative, a way of life, or fatal, or not. Not all animals, or even a majority, have access to poison. Most predators have to rely on other things to ensure they get enough food to survive. Cheetahs, as the fastest land animal, have short bursts of speed that virtually no prey animal can escape. Lions, like the cheetah, have a hunter's big teeth. But lacking the cheetah's great speed, they have undertaken to hunt in groups. Hunting as a group gives lions an advantage. Wolves, too, will hunt in groups, called packs. As will African wild dogs. Though lone hunters, from the mountain lion to the Siberian tiger and the jaguar, are very common. These predators all have great eyesight, forward-facing eyes, and the requisite hunter's teeth. But prey animals have their own ways of surviving in the pursuit of the hunter. Safety in numbers is one way prey animals live to see another day. There are herds and flocks and colonies of animals living together in what we might view as extended families. An entire meerkat society is centered around safety. Full-time guards keep a lookout, while others await their turn at watch. Or maybe just enjoy a lazy afternoon. Naked mole rats swear by colonized living, while zebras have taken herd living to its greatest height. With their vivid black and white stripes, it's hard to tell where one zebra begins and another ends. It's hard for the lion, too. Even dizzyingly hard. There are some huge herbivores, or plant eaters, who are not threatened by predators, other than man. Rhinos, for one. Elephants, too. Gorillas as well. But man can be threatening enough. And all these creatures are endangered. Rhinos have been killed for their horns. Elephants for their tusks or for sport. And gorillas for their meat. When it comes to secrets for survival, if we humans are in the mix, no adaptation in the world will protect them. What's the greatest secret of survival in the animal kingdom? Probably camouflage. Blending in is beneficial for both predator and prey alike. The African lion, with its tawny coat, almost disappears in the background of the African savanna, as does the mountain lion in the North American desert. While the prairie dog's coloring lets him survey his world with an animal-style cloak of invisibility. Snakes are adept at blending in to whatever background they inhabit, as are many lizards, from the chameleon to the leaf-tailed gecko. Turtles and sliders, too, blend with the coloration of the ponds they inhabit. And even the monster-sized alligator is hard to spot in its watery domain. Spots allow an animal to virtually disappear in dappled sunlight. Just ask the cheetah, or the leopard, or the giraffe, of course. And a tiger's stripes in the vegetation where he lives will serve him the same way. When we come back to Animal Atlas, we'll uncover even more secrets. Shh. But first, let's see if you can guess this next animal fact. What do the giant panda and the koala have in common? A. Both are bears. B. Both are marsupials. C. Both eat only one type of plant. Or D. Neither need to drink water. Don't go away. The answer coming up right after this on Animal Atlas. We're back. Did you guess the right answer to our question? What do the giant panda and the koala have in common? The answer is C. Both eat only one type of plant. Yes, though the giant panda is a bear, the koala, despite looking like a cuddly plush toy bear, is not. Koalas are actually small marsupials from Australia, which means they have more in common with kangaroos, another marsupial, than the giant panda. Koalas are nocturnal animals who spend a good 18 to 20 hours per day eating and sleeping. Hey, it's great work if you can get it. Marsupials are pouch-bearing mammals. Babies are born at an early stage in their development, and they finish developing in their mother's pouch, which is sort of a snug tummy hold-all, complete with teats for feeding. Where the koala lives, gum trees, or eucalyptus trees, are prevalent, and this is the only food the koala will eat. What's the most convenient thing for a koala? They also live in eucalyptus trees, so finding food is not a problem. The giant panda also only eats one kind of plant: bamboo. Though they eat two types, arrow and umbrella bamboo, these plants only grow in the wild in a very small area where the giant panda lives, in western and central China. Where specialization in diet might seem a good adaptation idea when food is plentiful, when food becomes scarce, the animal's survival can become threatened. If we had to pick just one, what's the greatest secret of animal survival? It's that it's not necessary to kill one's enemies. More often than not, just threatening them is enough. Take a look at this mighty mandrill, a large ground-dwelling monkey from Africa, the biggest monkey of them all. This big male has a colorful mask and rear, making him seem rather intimidating. And when the animal gets angry or excited, these colorful areas become even brighter. And look at those teeth! They almost look like the fangs of a big cat or wild dog. But when he shows his teeth, it's almost always enough to scare away a rival or enemy. Gorillas, despite their fierce appearance, are peaceable animals who only eat plants. How does a gorilla deal with a threat? The silverback usually only needs to give that look to strike terror into the heart of an interloper. That is, if you're not already running headlong through the forest in fear after getting a load of that powerful physique. But if the intruder is still in the vicinity, gorillas display their ferocity by pounding on their chests. Ah, that did it. Now the bunny is in fear for its life. Maybe. The male northern elephant seal also wins through intimidation, not bloodshed. Here, during mating season, the gigantic bulls trade chest blows to show just who's the dominant male. So, at the end of the day, combatants can spend time in peaceful camaraderie, all differences forgotten. The male orangutan is the master of the "when you see me, you will shake in fear" technique of intimidation. See those cheek pads? They make the animal look bigger, as does that very long red coat. Anyone, man or beast, hiking through the forests in Borneo would be immediately afraid. No need to fight when your enemies have fled. Of course, not everyone trembles in fear at the sight of this terrifying apparition. He's family after all. Sound can be intimidating. When a lion roars, or a snake hisses, or an alligator bellows, or a bear growls, or a wolf howls, or an elephant trumpets. It's probably a good time to hightail it out of the neighborhood. We know this instinctively. So do all the other animals. But sound, or song, can be declarative too. The siamang sings a morning song, courtesy of its miraculous throat sac, which tells anyone who is listening that this is his troop's territory. A siamang song is rather like a vocal no trespassing sign. Are we saying that no living thing is in danger of these animals? No, prey, or perceived prey, had better watch out. It's just, in the animal kingdom, very few conflicts between animals of the same species end in death. An exception? Troops of chimpanzees have been known to wage war on other chimpanzees, though bonobos solve their disputes with more affectionate activities. What's the secret to survival in the animal kingdom? Living harmoniously. A life in balance. Whether predator or prey, but also physical adaptations that serve the animal in its environment. The elephant's trunk, the giraffe's long neck, the webbed paws of our polar bear are all physical adaptations for life in their particular habitat. Some animals are poisonous. Others have the antidote. Some animals will eat just about everything. Others are so particular in their diet that we wonder if specialization has gone too far. But it's no secret. Survival is not of the fittest, but of the one most able to adapt. For more fun animal facts and news, visit our website at www.animalatlas.tv. See you there. Don't go away. Animal Atlas will be right back. Until next time on Animal Atlas.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Phil.
People out there?
Yep, people.
Ring around the rosy. I'm dizzy.
Got him.
To be or not to be?
Bubbles.
And they're off. As they run the first turn, the zebra's in the lead because no one else is racing.
Darling, alone at last.
Tag, you're it.
Once again, we've traveled the globe from North and South America to Africa and Asia to Australia and every fascinating place in between. We've met all kinds of incredible animals and learned some important facts about their ability to survive and flourish on our planet. And with our help, we'll make sure they're around for a long time to come. Join us next week for another amazing adventure on Animal Atlas.